Hello and welcome to another in this series of tutorials for Excel beginners. Thought I'd put this one together just to fill in a few gaps that I meant to explain along the way but missed. One of the things is a fairly obvious one really, how to update your calculations as you add data to your spreadsheets. In the example that I put together here, obviously what I have at the bottom of the sheet is this summary box that works out the total average, highest and lowest values, and actually does a count of the items in the list. And obviously, as I add items to the list, I'd like the calculations here to update. Now, at the moment, that's not working properly, and I'll just show you an example of that. If I select any one of these calculations here, I'll just go for the total value in the rentals column and double click. What happens is we get a blue box that goes around the values in the rentals column to indicate which values are being included in the calculation. So the formula or calculation we have is equals sum, and then between brackets or parentheses if you prefer, C3 to C8. So it's actually adding up values from the number 5 here for 2001 down to the number 11 for Wizard of Oz, but it's not including the value for Rear Window, the one I added on in an earlier video. Now there is a reason for that, which I'll come to in a second, but I just want to explain how to update your calculations manually. In this example, all I would need to do here is simply put my mouse pointer at the bottom right of that boundary box, and we get a little black cross up here, and simply click and drag down. So the box now includes the number 8 value. I can then update that calculation by clicking the tick or pressing enter if you prefer. Same applies to this total value here. If I double click again, we can see it's not including the bottom value. Again, I can just put the mouse pointer over the bottom right of the box there, drag down, click on the tick again, and that updates the value. The same applies right across these calculations. If I double click on the average, you'll see it's not including the bottom value. Double click the max, not including the bottom value, and so on and so on. So what we're going to do is update all these calculations, and I can do that fairly quickly. If I just double click on average, excuse me, let's press escape there, cancel that, double click average, and then we get the boundary box, update that one.